Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming to visit us here. And Fit Fridays, we're going to start off this channel with something easy, exciting, just to start. So I wanted to start Fit Fridays because weekend's coming up, and if we do fall off our bandwagons, it's going to be Friday night, it's going to be Saturday in there. Queen of Yo-Yo Dietings. I am right there with you all, as you can probably tell. I've tried everything. I've put lots of stuff in my body I probably shouldn't have, but now we're gonna go for kind of like a lifestyle change, I guess you could say. We'll do it together. Anybody has anything to say, absolutely leave it in the comments. I'd love to hear from everybody what they're doing, things they've tried that they really like, that makes them feel good, and kind of helps them keep them on track. And if they fall off track, something that gets them back onto track. So that is what we're here all about at Fit Fridays. And to start off our Fit Friday, I'm going to tell you my secret detox cleanse that I drink at least 3 times a week, if not every day. And for you know that if you have that one bad meal or that one bad day, how guilty you feel and bloated and just, I don't know if everybody feels like that, but if I eat so good for so long, as soon as I have something bad, I just feel disgusting, sluggish, all those. So this I just created just from things I've heard, and I found it really works. It's very cleansing and it makes you feel great. So to start off, by doing a lot of research, I use WebMD. Very credible, very reliable. During school, used it all the time. So there's so many websites out there, so I just suggest if you are doing your own research on things, don't just go to the first website that pops up. Make sure it's credible. Check a few sites to see the same information coming up, and then you'll have more of a reliable database to go from and more truthful information. Because I know there's some shows out there, if you're watching those, I think it's like 3 to 6 o'clock programs with the doctors and Dr. Oz and all that type of stuff. There is a show, I'm not going to name any names, that one day they'll say great, they'll say praise the thing they're talking about. A few weeks later, this is so bad for you. So yeah, let's just get started. I make a liter of this. It's best drank warm, so I try and drink about half of it in the mornings just to start off the day. And I take the rest of it throughout the day, or I make another full liter and just carry it around with me throughout the day. If I drink it, great. If I don't, that's okay too. It's no pressure. First things first, honey. We know honey is great for you. I use about a tablespoon for a liter. So honey is used for cough, asthma, hay fever, diarrhea, and stomach ulcers. The best thing I love about honey is a carbohydrate. Not only is it sweet, it's great to kick you off in the morning if you do a little bit of, I like to row. I have this rower machine in my living room. I do that for about 10 minutes. Great for after that, for any workout. It just gives you a little energy boost. It's great. If you do your own research, honey also is a great topical ointment for burns, cuts, scrapes, because it is antibacterial. Not talking about that so much here as the ingestion properties. So side effects, one side effect I do want to mention that doesn't I lost my train of thought there. But one side effect that doesn't pertain to me, I've never been pregnant, never breastfed, never talked to a doctor about it, but it does say it is safe for pregnant women and breastfeeding. Always consult your doctor when pregnant or breastfeeding. I don't want to say too much on it, even though through research, always talk to your doctor when pregnant or breastfeeding. Another interesting thing it said, if you are using raw honey, it's not to be given to children under 12 months because of the bacteria in the honey, even though it does kill most of it on its own. There is one strain of bacteria that can be grown in raw honey if given to children, can become a problem. Adults can deal with it more because of their immune system, but just a little insert there. Big thing you'll always hear me say on Fit Fridays with food, drinks, if we're talking about any ingredients, is allergies. Big, big, big thing that sometimes gets skipped, but if you're allergic to bee pollen, honey, out of the question for you. There is 0 interactions if you're taking other medications. Honey doesn't have any thus far. Ginger, next thing I go in here, about an inch, half an inch. You never want to overdo anything, so use your discretion, but I usually go with half an inch of ginger, depending on its thickness. So, ginger, what is it good for? WebMD says it treats stomach problems. Stomach problems as in morning sickness, upset stomach, nausea, gas, and diarrhea. Great. Love it. Other uses, it relieves arthritis pain and muscle soreness, like general muscle soreness, menstrual pain, and upper respiratory tract infections, cough, and bronchitis. Not to say that if you're on any medications for respiratory infections or bronchitis, to stop taking your medication and jam-pack that ginger in your diet. Do not, do not, do not. Ginger, if you do have those symptoms of bronchitis and respiratory tract infections, or if you just have a full-blown tract infection, it can be added to your diet, but do not stop taking medication. Always consult a doctor. Side effects, again, allergies, of course. There is some mild side effects such as heartburn, diarrhea, and general stomach discomfort. So I'm drinking ginger to relieve all those. If I'm overdoing it, I'm probably going to get some of those side effects, and I take out the ginger if that is happening, if you do try it. Alright, there is some precaution for ginger in pregnant women and breastfeeding, and that's generally because you're overdoing it. Again, consult your doctor, let him know how much you take, and consult your doctor. A bleeding disorder, so it can increase your risk of bleeding. Ginger lowers your blood sugar naturally, so if you're a diabetic, be careful. Everybody else also. I'm not diabetic. I have had my sugars too low. You just pass out. But very dangerous. Always check that. Heart conditions. A higher dose of ginger might worsen your condition. So says WebMD. Interactions. So since bleeding disorders are a side effect of ginger, if you're taking an anticoagulant, which that slows your blood clotting, like aspirin, Plavix, warfarin, Lovenox, and heparin, those are going to interact with your ginger. Anti-diabetics, of course, your sugars are more uncontrollable and uncontrolled, that you really need to watch while taking your anti-diabetic medication. With your ginger, you can plummet like that. And also high blood pressure. Gonna be an interaction, your high blood pressure medication. So not to say that you can never eat ginger with those. It's always just, those are something to talk about with your doctor before you include it. Next thing, lemons. I love lemons. I usually use about a half a lemon to a whole lemon, again depending on its size. I love the taste of lemon, especially in this because it has the honey and the green tea that we're going to get to. I just think it is amazing in this drink, so I tend to go a little bit more. Lemons. Amazing, amazing, we hear. But what do they actually do? Lemons contain an antioxidant of bioflavonoids. So this is, research has said to say that it is a vasodilating property, an anti-allergenic, an anti-inflammatory, and antiviral. All great properties to have, especially coming up to the summer. Even in the winter, you want to have all that good stuff going into your body to keep fighting the inflammation, especially with your GI tract. You don't want that inflammation and discomfort in there, so that absolutely helps with it. I can attest to that. It also is used for cold and flu because of the vitamin C. Here in Canada, we had a big outbreak of H1N1, so that also is used, lemons are used for that. Ringing in your ears. I'm not sure what the statistics on how many people have it. I know some people that take medication it's a side effect of that, but it says it helps with that. Kidney stones, I've never had those personally because I do drink so much water and lemons. Very, very painful though. The thing I love most about lemons is that they aid in digestion by reducing your pain and swelling and improves function of blood vessels. Blood vessels feed your intestines, obviously. So if those intestines are not getting the oxygen and nutrients and everything from your blood, they're not going to work as optimally as they can. So if you improve all that, your GI tract is going to be flowing. It's going to be awesome. Another thing that lemons are a natural diuretic. So this is going to up your urine and reduce your water retention in your body. So you're going to feel less bloated. It's just going to cleanse. Lemons are a huge cleansing property, have a huge cleansing property. So you're just going to rid all the extra fluid out of your body and you're going to feel great. Side effects, again, allergies, of course. Like I told you, I'm going to say it all the time. That's the biggest thing. It says it's safe for pregnancy and breastfeeding. Again, consult with your doctor always, especially pregnant or breastfeeding. And there are 0 interactions for lemons. Alright, last thing I go in here, green tea. Tea is amazing. Thing I learned about tea though, your tea bags are kind of like the leftover, chemically cleaned products of loose leaf. So I only drink loose leaf. I add about 2 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons to a liter in the mornings when I'm making it. I do only leave my tea leaves in for about 5 to 7 minutes and then I scoop those out, but I leave the lemon and ginger in. So green tea has a huge list of properties. I am only going to talk about the few that I like to use it for just because the disease and cancer properties, it's a huge pill and it's just a lot to get into for this little guy. But green tea is amazing and I use it because it improves mental alertness, it ups weight loss, treats vomiting, diarrhea, and headaches. I do have quite a bit of headaches usually, so that's what I do love. I do notice on days I don't drink this, I do get a little bit of headache, especially at nighttime. That's probably from a lot of other things too, but when I am consistent with this and drink it often, headaches, I sometimes forget I have headaches because I haven't had one in so long, but you know what I'm saying, girls and gentlemen. But just a whole bunch of other list of things with the Crohn's disease, cancers, Parkinson's, diabetes, low blood pressure, and kidney stones. There's just a whole lot of more serious things that I don't want to get into with this video because it is a big topic to talk about. So I just want to thank you for tuning into my video, our first Fit Friday video. What better way to start off than with the cleansing drink. I hope you're all strong for the weekend and I hope it all is safe and great, and thank you so much for tuning in. If you do have any comments, concerns, questions, feel free, always, no hesitation, ask and I will get back to you straight away. And again, I really appreciate you for tuning in and I will see you guys in a few days. Bye!